Dragonball Watanabe by Rick. By my dad. The finale of the Love Live Sunshine second season was today, and it immortalized the ship's status of all the characters. Problem is, yo had walked the plank in terms of ships. Ships is a weird word. Because of that, Yo had to travel through the warp to find herself in front of the Oton. I don't even know how to say Japanese word. I'm just gonna call it Banana High School. Her plan was unbreakable. Traveling back in time could never backfire. She came to the past with killing intentions. If Rico ceased to exist, then nobody could take Chica from Yo. By the way, Rico Chica forever. Fuck you. She stood in front of the school, getting an eyeful of what she could. The building wore blush tree. What the fuck? Blush trees and a heaven. I think you meant bush trees. And a heavenly glow that created an atmosphere that made Yo nearly half asleep. But she knew this was no time to rest. She had to make her haste. Her targets, Umi and Maki. I'm very concerned. I haven't actually read this story yet. She saw the two conveniently walking out of the main doors together, which only straightened her conspiracy that the two were eventual creators of Rico. They fucked? That's hot. You dived Oh my god, no. Yo dived behind some Bramble Claw. That's it. That's my favorite word cat character. To eavesdrop on the conversation the two were having. Her suspicions must be satisfied. You will never be satisfied! I've never been satisfied! Sorry. Surely enough, Maki spoke. I refuse to use that name. Umi was quick to respond. I would love it if you had anything better. Well, I thought maybe Rico would be a better name. Rico, huh? That might just work. It's not like I thought about it or anything. Maki, you're such a damn tsundere. Ha ha ha, insert laugh track. But Yo heard it all. She was completely convinced that Maki and Umi had the whole Rico performance planned out. As soon as Maki took her next step, a snap echoed, followed by an enormous explosion. Yo crackled with laughter. She believed that the nuclear landmine she placed had eradicated Rico from the timeline of existence. Are you playing Yo as a yandere? That's hot. She walked off with confidence that her job was done, although she was stopped as someone spoke. I thought I had sensed something, said a familiar voice. Yo spun around to catch a glimpse of a silhouette in the radioactive smoke. Suddenly, the figure gusted with an enormous burst of energy, quickly clearing the fog. Yo had her hands in front of her face, shielding it from the I don't know how to say words, heading her way. As the unnatural winds calmed, she saw a radiant figure in the middle of the profound crater. Ah, Rico shed a love live smile. We finally meet. What do you mean, finally meet? Don't try and stop me. I'm already finished. Finished what? Yo smacked her forehead. Listen here, Rico. In about 14 seconds, you'll disappear from existence. Yo snapped her fingers. Just like that. Why does my mouth always get frothy when I read these stories? She took out her wrist watch. Please proofread these stories before you post them. And counted the seconds. Eventually, 14 passed. Rico yawned. Well, I guess it's a good thing I'm still here. Inconceivable. You know what? I don't speak English. Maki and Umi survived, and so Yo ran around the perimeter, scanning for the pair. She stopped to realize the only living organism in the fallout was Rico. Yo quaked with fear as she figured out something dreadful. Rico had Maki's eyes, Umi's hair, Maki's hair color, and Umi's eye color. Rico was Maki and Umi's fusion. What Steven Universe AU is this? Rico shrugged. Well, I still never got a sorry for the whole bomb thing. My sincerest apologies. Yo powered up. I already see where this is going. Listen, we already filled out this student application form. How long is this story? Okay, whatever. Rico held up the said paper. Yo needed to get rid of her passage to the Banana High School. She took a step that crumbled the ground like a shattered vase. Kiss, kiss, fall in love, and was set at Rico like a missile. They both engaged in combat that was near unseeable, each one of them throwing an unmeasurable amount of pickles. I meant to say punches. I said pickles. I'm so sorry. The stalemate was broken as Yo got a hold of Rico's leg and slammed her onto the ground. Damn! She continued to crash Rico onto the terrain, first creating imprints of her body, then eventually collapsing the surface itself. I should not be even reading fan fiction at this point. She finished her savage brutality by thrusting her to the center of the earth, where Rico's abused body was sent straight through the various layers of the planet. Yo wiped a thick sheet of sweat off her eyebrows and dropped on the rocky field she and Rico created. Yeah, I said the right word. However, she was interrupted by some sort of earthquake. No matter how fatigued Yo was, she rose to her feet, expecting one thing. Rico erupted out of the ground with a fountain of lava trailing. Rico brushed off a coat of ash on her arm. Thanks, but I only got red. I never tan. The fuck? That's not how skin works. Yo knows she was no match for Rico. She had the powers of both Maki and Umi, and while Yo only had the power of one high school girl. The difference in their strengths had already determined the winner of this battle, but Yo gave it her all. She would rather die than trying to get Chica for herself instead of Rico. Aw, that's gay! So Yo held Rico's student application form as her attempt to survive. Wait, how did you get that? Rico asked. Yo lifted a pencil to the student name part of the form. Hey, what do you think you're doing with that eraser? Rico questioned again. Yo erased the O out of Rico. God damn it. Rico instantly blew up in anger and dropped to her knees. My name's not Rick! She howled. Stupid SpongeBob quote. Yo needed to buy time for her special attack, so she took. Please proofread your story. God damn. Yo needed to buy time for a special attack, so she took the sheet and threw it off into the distance as a paper plane. Yo said, "Well, I didn't want to come to this, but I'm forced to use the Kurosawa family's traditional technique." Rico cracked her knuckles. Maki reference, nice. And what would that be? She sighed as Yo turned around and retreated at supersonic speed. I guess that answers my question, Rico said. This story is so fucking long. Jesus. She looked at the paper airplane sailing in the opposite direction as Yo, but back at the girl. Rico decided she had to get the application first and deal with Yo later, so she went to go retrieve her item. Meanwhile, Yo arrived in the middle of some sort of performance, where she raised her two arms and planned for her attack. Everyone, lend me your energy, she desperately shouted. Hordes of people at the concert started booing because she was interrupting performance. Please, everyone, my favorite girl is Nico. I'm no different than you. People in the large crowd started throwing tomatoes in outrageous roar. I mean, Nico's worst girl, but... Come on, man. Never mind, Maki's best girl, and then begin to cheer at the top of their lungs. That's a lie. Majority of people I know, their best girls are probably either Umi or Ellie, to be honest. Unless that entire crowd's filled with Maki lovers, which is physically impossible. But anyway, they then began to cheer at the top of their lungs. Not before long, Yo had a sizable energy ball above her palms. Abruptly, Rico came drilling from underneath the ground, killing hundreds of civilians. That's a hate crime. Wait, no, that's a murder. That's not a hate crime. I don't even know what I'm saying. The crowd quickly realized the severity of the situation and lent their energy to Yo, blah, 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 blah. Rico spotted the girl from the future, but she carried a giant levitating sphere of blue energy and was miles in the air. Yo spotted her and said, "Hey, Rico, catch!" She sent, Jesus Christ, she sent her meteor towards Rico, but at somehow slow speed due to her gargantuan size. People in the crowd started panicking because a giant ball of certain depth was heading their way, but luckily for them, Rico was preparing her counterattack. Rico challenged, she put her hands together in a plush shape. Ball of energy formed in front of her. Beam! But built-up energy transformed into a laser that seemingly had a diameter of Pluto. The two forces collided and met evenly. The intensity of these powers caused a global atmospheric changes. Volcanoes began to erupt and tectonic plates began to shape. Both you and Rico shouted in fury, but neither of their blasts would undo each other. Skies were now red and the temperature was nearly as hot as Venus. It wasn't long until their abilities would lose control. The concentration of these attacks completely caused them to collapse in an explosion that would leave the entire hemisphere in ruins. So the Earth was completely wrecked. Almost everything was seen as a barren wasteland, or only hints of past civilization. To top it up, Yo were held responsible. Both of the fighters survived, but just barely. They had been lying side by side to one another in life state, but Yo's phone buzzed. She what knew. Oh, you need a fucking proofreader. So she knew what the notification was for. The newest episode of Love Live Sunshine. Yo's carcass was nothing short of a pile of bones with seared skin that was nearly torn in every way possible. Life still took shelter in what it could. It was practically the same for Rico, except all of the hair was reduced to a couple of strands that ghoulishly could be found in clumps around her gray skull. Although they were both zombified, Yo got a hold of the episode and the audio to her. These efforts made her arm snap off like a dead reed. They couldn't even see the show if they wanted to. Their eyes were melting into a yarn yolk. They could only hear a fire ringing due to the point blank of the detonation, but their ears worked nonetheless. Their newest release would resolve if Yo's efforts had not gone to waste or not. I don't even know what I'm saying. My voice hurts. All she wanted in her soul was confirmation for Chica Yo, but her spirit could not be held on to any longer. She had approximately 20 minutes for her demise. The time was now more than enough for her. The film had gone quickly. Neither of the freaks could react, but their dusty lips were dully agape. Their Adam apples, they're female, would weakly flinch every once in a while, followed by a powerless exhale. But Yo heard herself saying something on the phone. The last episode featured Yo telling Rico she loved her. Aw, that's gay. The drab Rico heard the same thing. She turned her head to Yo's, juices in her eyeballs poured out, and she said she was crying untruthfully. They both knew one thing only. The two used what they could to express their feelings. So with one final breath, they spoke their last words. You do care! Ah, that's the end! Thank you for hearing this whole entire thing. My voice hurts so much. I'm in physical pain at the moment. I am in so much pain. Thank you for reading this. I hope everyone has a terrible day. Chica Rico for life. Fuck Chica Yo. I support all shit, but like Chica Rico for me, because that's hot. Have a sucky day.